Hey there everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Merry Christmas if you're celebrating the holiday today. I'm going to be celebrating my way with my Christmas traditions. I've been watching NBA on Christmas Day for years and years. Doesn't bother me being alone. I've spent some in sports bars, some just watching at the house, and today I'm going to be on ESPN and all around watching. Anyhow, today I wanted to talk about I'm going to talk about more whole food plant-based diet in 2019. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't already subscribed, please go down there and hit the red button right now. And let me go ahead and say this. I know it gets tiresome every day, but the subs are disappearing again. Be sure you click on the little bell and you check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel, to all your channels. Wearing my Christmas present to myself, actually really the only thing I got. I had to get some, I ordered some product for a young lady that's going to do some modeling for me for some promotion and for the site. So I got one for myself. This is a long sleeve. It's got a hood on it, but it's very lightweight and it's very comfortable. I know I'm gonna wear this a lot around the house. And if you know, my site's always in the description below. Actually, the store's been redone. If you were to order this one by any chance, I just want to kind of throw a tip in there. Get the dark one. The colors really pop on the dark one. And then in general, a little tip for you, when you're ordering shirts online, anywhere, Amazon, from a store, whatever, if they have heather, which I like the feel of heather, doesn't get as good of a print on there. But yeah, anyhow, I'm just kind of going to talk a little bit today. I don't really imagine too many people are going to show up for this one being put out on Christmas night. But yeah, you know, for me, December's always very introspective. Pretty much the whole month, I'm just kind of like, you know, evaluating the year past, thinking about what I'd like to see in the year coming. And you know, this is kind of like and I'm making this video because I'm kind of like I've got a different vibe over on Instagram. I've got a good little following. I'm building a good little tribe over there, but it's not so much the raw people. In fact, a lot of people aren't even plant-based, so it's nice to be talking to it, like, you know, talking to a much more diverse crowd than just people that, you know, maybe are fans of the raw food diet and then they check every raw food thing, you know, just to see what's being said. I want to branch out. It's not, and I'm saying this, I'll make it very clear. I want to branch out and talk about more whole food plant-based diet stuff in general, more vegan stuff in general, and less about the raw. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing the raw. It just means I want to be a little bit more inclusive with that, because like I keep saying over and over, that raw is a very narrow message. And it's not going to reach that many people, and I want to reach as many people as possible with this life-saving information, possibly earth-saving information, and definitely animal-saving information. Also, that's another reason too that I want to focus a little bit more on just veganism, plant-based diet in general, is, and this is just my opinion, my 2 cents worth, sometimes I don't really think the raw people are the best for the vegan movement. I think sometimes they hurt the vegan movement. I don't think they mean to, but inadvertently, with all this crazy extremism, shouting everybody else's diet down the way they're doing vegan, or telling everybody, or this real pompous stuff where you go in and write your little 3-paragraph descriptions of why raw is the best. And that message, I'm sorry, it just turns a lot of people off. And it's also, it hurts veganism, in my opinion, when we go so far with the raw that we don't even applaud people. Like I said, I'll tell you 100 times, I might talk about raw all the time. My hashtags might be about raw, but when somebody sends me a message, and I don't want to, you know, like put it down or anything, I'm happy, but when somebody sends me a message and says, hey Jack, you know, you've really been helpful in getting me from, I was vegan for how many years, and you've been helpful in getting me to raw. I'm like, yay, okay, nice, I'm glad to have helped you. It brings a little bit of a smile to my face, but nothing even close. It's 100 times more when somebody tells me that, hey Jack, I've been watching your stuff, and guess what, I went vegan. Vegan, plant-based, vegan, whatever, no animal products. Don't give a shit how they're doing it. I don't care how raw they are. I don't care how, you know, what they're doing it. That's great. And that like really lights me up, you know, when people say that. And even more so, even a different level, when it's people that'll actually write you and you can tell they're telling the truth from their backstory, and they're like, I'm never the type of person that would have gone vegan, but I go vegan. So I want to reach that larger audience, and I also want to, even though I don't talk about the ethical side of veganism as much, I do consider myself a vegan first. You know, I know there's some extreme people on just the vegan part of it that I don't even quite understand some of the stuff. I don't eat animal products. I try my best. I don't think I've bought any animal products to wear since I remember I had one leather belt when I came to this lifestyle, and I wore that thing out. In fact, I was losing weight at the time. I did a Jethro. You probably don't know that reference. I actually had to poke a couple extra holes in the belt until it just was about to fall apart. So, you know, that part is important to me. So I don't want to, you know, make this message where it might just turn people off from veganism, plant-based in general. And also too, there's just a lot of people out there in different circumstances. You can say all you want to, and yes, there is an example probably of somebody thriving in almost every area in the world. But for real people in the real world, living a real life, taking their kids to school, doing this, doing that, I don't know that fully raw is doable. Sometimes it's price-wise for people, it's not doable. Sometimes it's price-wise and they don't get the kind of things, you know, that they need to do it. And, you know, so it can be for a lot of reasons. It can be money-based or it can be availability-based. And there's a lot of good, healthy choices out there that are not necessarily raw. So I want to share. That's definitely something I'm going to do. And I would always encourage you guys. I'm not just trying to get numbers over there. Go to Instagram. I share in a different way over there. I think I'm going to share a lot of just regular plant-based recipes over there. You know, in fact, I've got something I'm working on for right after Christmas. Maybe in the new year. I might get to it next week. Is some cheaper whole food plant-based meals. These will be cooked. They'll have some raw in there, but these will be cooked. They'll be economical, and they will be, you know, good variety and nice and healthy. So yeah, that, you know, like I say, today is not one of those days I don't expect a lot of views. So I just thought I'd kind of talk about this, kind of talk about where I want to go. You know, in a lot of ways, I'm just talking out loud here, like, you know, conversations I've had in my head recently about 2019, where it's going, you know, where I want to go. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying, you know, I'll go back and forth, Instagram. I'm really enjoying that vibe over there. I'm really enjoying the connection I make with people over there. I connect with a lot of young people over on Instagram, and I like that demographic because I can actually go in. I've got enough people over there to where I've got the account where you can go in and look at the analytics. And I'm always very, very pleased that my you know, main ones are a lot younger. They're not what I would expect. They're not 50-something-year-old men or 50-something. We do have some, but I think 25 to 34 is the strongest dynamic. So I love that. I love sharing from different perspectives. I love sharing with different types of people. But I really like that Instagram crowd over there, and I like everything about it. I like doing the IGTV videos. I'm pretty active there. I do stories every day. I probably do too many stories. And yeah, I want to start including some more just regular plant-based recipes over there. Because once again, over there, way more so than come here and watch this channel, I've got a lot of people that I've become friends with through different reasons. Just sometimes it's because I'm following them for a different subject. They didn't go plant-based. They may never go plant-based, but they've made some changes. And something will always be better than nothing. Can't argue that. That's simple logic right there. Something will always be better than nothing. Well, I mean, there's other cases, but, you know, if people are eating something better than they were eating before, that's better than not eating better than they did before. So, yeah, I just want to widen my base a little bit in 2019, see where it takes me. Hopefully trying to manifest this ass back down to Costa Rica. I'd love to take some people down there with me. I'm not sure what capacity it's going to be in. Could be a number of things. We'll see about the retreat. I'm not sure I got the following yet to pull off a retreat, you know, because then I'd have to put a deposit down on a place and keep my fingers crossed that enough people came through. But there could be some little smaller things, like maybe I'd totally be down for taking some people down there and like guiding them on a trip of just focused on fruit and eating. Now you might be thinking, well, nobody, who needs that? Believe me, you would go to a lot more places than you think you would, or that you would on your own, unless you did a lot of crazy research. Go down there with you and transition you over a month. Couldn't really transition you in a week. You could easily. I could take anybody down. I'll take anybody down to the beach where I'm going and make them raw for a week. I mean, that's just the weather will do that. But anyhow, 2019 is going to be a big year. I'm excited to where it's going to go. I just got the store redone. It looks really good. I'm gonna throw a little love into the blog. And 2019, Raw Tropical Living. It's more than a food. I want it to be a lifestyle brand, and that's going to reflect, you know, in my current store, mostly vegan stuff, plant-based stuff. I'm going to add a little bit of yoga stuff in there, but I'm doing another store for the yoga stuff. So, working on leggings right now, which I know nothing about. Anyhow, just babbling now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you are, like I say, celebrating Christmas, have a wonderful day with your family and friends, and much love. Peace.